Joined by Major Mohammed Ali Shah, is a defense expert, and Colonel Jay Sodhi on the broadcast. Of course, we've just spoken about the unfortunate incident that did in fact take place. I'm going to start by roping in Major Mohammed Ali Shah on the broadcast. Sir, again, we just showcased what exactly happened. It's unfortunate, but we've unfortunately also lost 4 army personnel in this blast. What do you make of this, sir?
Sabari, firstly, my heartfelt condolence to the bereaved families of the brave hearts who have lost their lives and the ones who are battling for their lives. I'm praying for their speedy recovery. I hope they will be back on road or in action very, very soon. Now, the very fact is, we've been battling terrorism in Jammu Kashmir for quite some time. In fact, I remember exactly 20 years back, 2003, when I was trained by Colonel Sodhi, in fact, from the academy, and I was posted in Jammu Kashmir. We were fighting counterinsurgency that time and counter-terrorism operations we were doing. So the terrorists had a modus operandi. We caught on to the pulse and we gave them a thrashing reply, and terrorism has gone down reasonably from then. But this is a slight setback to our forces, but we will not take it lying down. We will retaliate in a befitting manner, and if people are listening to me from across, or if people are listening to us from the people who have launched this terror attack, that is the PAFF, the People's Anti-Fascist Front, which is an offshoot of the Pakistani-based terrorist outfit, Lashkar-e-Toiba, let me tell them very clearly and without mincing any words, that they are going to be getting a sound thrashing very, very soon, and we will hit them where it hurts the most, where it's least expected. They will not know what hit them. Now, the vehicle which was carrying the personnel on the side of the cordon and search operation, because they had received a specific input about the presence of the terrorists in that area. Now, they came under attack at a blind curve in Dhatiyar Mode between Hiraki Gali and Buflias. This comes under Sunanko district. In fact, this happened at 3:45 p.m. Now, that's what we had gathered the input. Now, there are 2 former Chief Ministers of Jammu Kashmir, Ghulam Nabi Azad and Mehbooba Mufti, who have expressed their condolence for the attack, and they've condemned the attack, in fact. And the Jammu-based PRO over there, Lieutenant Colonel Sunil Barthwal, he said in a joint such operation was launched in the general area of Dheraki Gali in the Hana Mandi, Surankot region of Poonch. This was on Wednesday night on the basis of hard intelligence about the presence of these terrorists. Now, the additional forces were moving to the site when the terrorists fired upon the army vehicles, which was a heavy vehicle.
Absolutely, sir, absolutely.
Honor to be on your channel and a privilege to be with Major Mohammed Ali Shah.
Night team is likely to visit Dera Ki Gali encounter spot where 4 army jawans were martyred when terrorists attacked army vehicles. Of course, this is the latest that we are tracking for all our viewers on the broadcast. We are being given to understand that the NIA team is likely to visit the Dera Ki Gali encounter spot where 4 army jawans were martyred when a terrorist attack, when the terrorists in fact attacked the army vehicle. So, meanwhile, still with us on the broadcast is Major Mohammed Ali Shah. So let's take a quick reaction from you on this major development that has in fact taken place.
I'm just angry. My blood is just boiling, and my blood just boils when I hear this news of our soldiers being martyred over there. It is extremely sad. People talk about human rights, okay? People talk about human rights. There are human rights activists who raise slogans. But what about the human rights of the soldiers who stay away from their families, who do not get leave on time, who stay in such far-flung areas?
Absolutely, sir. But what we are being given to understand is that the NIA teams are now likely to visit the spot where this attack did in fact take place. So, of course, we're seeing that swift action is being inculcated. NIA teams are likely to visit the Dera Ki Gali encounter spot where 4 army jawans were martyred when a terrorist attacked the army vehicle. So this is the latest that we're tracking. We want to know your first reactions on this development that's just coming in at this point of time.
Right, Asafari, yes, there was a swift reaction from our side. The National Investigative Agencies, they are going to be investigating this whole issue. But the very fact is, yes, it's a very welcome step. But what about the lives which are lost already? Now, Pakistan has to, it's incorrigible completely. We have tried every possible means. It is, what more can we do beyond this? It's about time the entire international community actually has to stand up and declare Pakistan a terrorist state completely. It's about time. Pakistan needs to be declared as a terrorist state. The very fact that they are specialists in IT, not information technology, but international terrorism. They have been doing it repeatedly, and the whole world knows where suicide bombers are manufactured, where the idea comes from. It's this idea of which they propagate or from Pakistan, which they demean the word jihad. Jihad means struggle, but here today it means terrorism, which Pakistan propagates and promotes all the time. So, well, our swift action with the NIA teams going there, I think that is a very, very good step. But our forces over there already present on ground, I think they are competent. They are very competent to actually handle all this well. It was an ambush. Ambush matlab छुप के fire करना. You are concealed so much, you don't realize, you don't know where the fire is coming from. Yes, our troops, they retaliated the fire swiftly. But then, unfortunately, what I'm being told, what I got to get to hear is, two of the bodies of soldiers are mutilated. There was blood all over in that site. The windscreens of the vehicle were smashed. But the officials are yet to rule out whether there was a hand-to-hand, guttam gutta ki ladai isko kehte hain. Whether there was still a hand-to-hand combat over there or not. That's still yet to be ascertained. But it was a very, very deadly clash. And I must say, our troops, I'm very proud of our troops. They fight fearlessly, completely. They fight fearlessly. And there's a quote which is written in all war cemeteries, in fact, all war memorials, which says, how can a man die better than facing fearful odds, or the ashes of his fathers in the temple of his gods? And lastly, I would like to conclude by saying this last quote, when you go home, tell them of us, and say, for your tomorrow, we gave our today.
Right, sir, absolutely.